Okay.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's rock.
So this is the first Doom. He's playing on Chocolate Doom, which is a source part of the original Doom code. Ports like Z Doom and others they add a lot of stuff like a jump button where when the original Doom doesn't have jump. So Chocolate Doom doesn't add that at all. It's an accurate part, so that's why we're running it on this.
It's accurate enough demo file to play back on the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that would make the demo cheaper.
So his main method of movement is he's strafe moving, which means he's holding the up and an arrow key, and that's going to add the velocity of both kind of directions. It's going to add up, and a lot of classic FPS have this, like Quake has it as well.
I'd rather have better health than this.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest levels in the room.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Some of the earliest levels are the hardest.
Especially if you don't have a lot of weapon choice. All he's got is a shotgun.
Oh well. At least I didn't die.
Lots of
I was
enemies
kind of
have
unlucky.
obstacles in the harder skill levels.
The worst thing about Doom is definitely the narrow kind of hallways. It's easy to get stuck into.
Yeah, that was kind of a risky strat that I did there. At the AGDQ run, I just kind of took it really slow. These guys really get me. Okay. And come on, sub 1 minute. Uh-oh. Yikes. Okay, well, that wasn't a good time, but
This is going to be one of the first kind of... Not so much,
people are telling you to speak a little louder.
Oh, sorry.
for me,
Me?
I think you, yeah.
So this is going to be one of the first kind of sequence breaks or kind of skips or what you call it. He's basically going to use the velocity. Oh yeah, that's it. He's got it. He's using the velocity of a ledge. He's going to use kind of jump over onto another ledge, skipping a key card. I'm not going to explain.
So it's a secret
Yeah.
break. It's basically a secret break.
Yeah, this is the game is so old, like it's one of the first complex FPS games after Wolfenstein. So the game doesn't have jumping ability at all. So the closest you can get to jumping is to have enough speed to get from a ledge to ledge, and that's what he did there.
Ooh, hit barrel.
no, it is okay. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. Here.
And back then people play with only pretty much using the arrow keys, so people didn't trade that much. So a lot of the insane speed ledge boosts didn't get tested.
Even back then, people realised that the tracker ball wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was one of the spots I was worried about. There's so many enemies in there.
What are the risks of dying on any particular stage?
The what?
What are the risks of dying?
Very high.
Yeah, very high throughout the run, yeah. Especially if you get enemies like either side. You're trying to shoot one, but the other one start attacking you.
So yeah, one thing with Doom and all FPSs in general is that the levels are very non-linear, and especially in Doom you can have multiple routes that reach the ending, and it makes it interesting to route a speedrun, because you never know.
There's an interesting skip coming up on this level. Basically, he's going to use the...
Oh well.
Oh,
That's okay, I can use him.
yeah. Oh.
What's he
no.
doing? Get out of here.
Yeah. He's going to use the head of an enemy to stop a barrier coming down, which will let him. Normally, the barrier will stop for like a minute; it won't let you go past it. But because it'll hit the marine's head, it'll instantly go back up. So that skips around about a minute.
So in here he's using a secret to reach the start area again, and getting lots of pickups, and it's really useful.
Key there. I'll go down there because I want to open up this area back here. Oops.
Do you mind if I read off some donations?
Yeah. Next level's kind of boring, so.
Okay, so $40 from Samuel Woodhams. Thank you guys for putting on this amazing event. I lost my dad when I was 11, so I'm glad people are this generous. Send this donation to Die Hard 2 Gamers, 1 Controller. We have $50 from Olivier Lapont. Thanks for killing my internet bandwidth for the past few days. As a reward, I'm putting my money towards this great cause, and also towards the chance of this sweet Space Core Perler. Oh, and speaking of the Space Core Perler, we've drawn the Portal 2 prizes.
Yeah, speedrunning this and playing this section in general is really hard because you get stuck and there's barrels everywhere, so it's really easy to hurt yourself.
The invisible pinkies are a real thing.
Yeah.
Would you say the shotgun guys are probably the most dangerous throughout this episode,
Oh, yeah.
though?
They do a ton of damage.
They deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, like, I think a point-blank shot can take off like half your health at this difficulty.
Yeah.
Might want to.
Okay,
Health is kind of low.
so the winner of the Companion Cube and Portal Perler is Sean Fraser. The Keep Calm and Continuing Testing Cross Stitch is Miroslav. Sorry, I can't read your last name. And Tom. Ooh.
Okay, I saved. Thank God.
And the winner of the Space Core Perler is Thomas Kushik, and we will contact you after the marathon using your PayPal email. And we have $25 from Thomas Lawrence. Great StarCraft 2 run, Railcoon. Loving the look of the FXO Open Team shirt. Put this donation towards Violet. Thank you for all of your efforts this week.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but he's playing on Ultra Violence. He's not playing on Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare would be something else.
Yeah, Nightmare, I would not select.
a nightmare.
And this is the main difference, basically, you're just respawning enemies. Yeah.
They also move and shoot 3 times as quickly.
Oh yeah.
But to make up for it, you get double health and ammo.
Yeah.
I think I've completed 1 level. That was the first level.
Yeah, when you pick Nightmare, it says this. Are you sure this difficulty is not even remotely fair, or something along those lines?
And they're actually not lying.
Nice save.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, this is the boss level of episode 1.
Now, normally when you play this level on an easy difficulty, you use the rockets because that's the most damage. But on this one here, we're using the chain gun because of invisible pinkies.
Yeah.
If he hits an invisible pinky that's near him with a rocket, the splash damage from the rocket hitting the monster near him will also like affect his health. So
It probably doesn't show on the stream, but there are a lot of invisible pinkies in here.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to see in here. I mean, they're hard to see in general.
Yeah. And now they're gone, pretty much.
oh nice.
Nice.
Manliest.
Wow.
Manly strap.
Pinky there.
Dude, you chest bumped that big.
Chest bump.
But this is actually a good thing, because you actually...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. The ending trigger for this level is that you kill yourself, but you gotta do it in a specific room.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like you're standing in that room and your health drops below a certain amount and the level ends.
Yeah.
And even if you have like cheats, invincibility goes on, it doesn't matter. It still drops.
I think it turns the cheats off when you enter the room, I think is what
Yeah,
happens.
it turns the cheats off.
Let me get this just to be safe. Wish I had a little bit more health, but that's okay.
We have $25 from Marcus Rauscher. Hey guys, we need a file name for Cosmos Ocarina of Time any percent. I would like that file name to be nailed. If you don't want a donation choice for that run, put my money towards Master P for Ocarina of Time 100%. Well, since we're just going to be using the first and second highest names for the war, and the second highest will go towards the any percent run, we'll put it towards Master P. Or we probably already did an hour ago.
2 hours.
Ah, yes, the fists of death.
Yeah.
He's going to be using it's not exactly a wall clip, but he'll be activating a button through a wall just to activate the level end bridge.
Yes. The game, even though it looks 3D, many things there still are very 2D in the game, like heat detection and everything. If an enemy is above you, like on a ledge, you can just shoot it, and it will hit, because it doesn't care about height differences that much.
Yeah, and generally, Doom does not actually have a Z-axis, so you can, like, when you're right in front of the switch, even if you're like 20 feet below, you can still press it.
Yeah, an enemy standing on a floor 500 feet below you will prevent you from jumping off an edge.
Yeah.
And a demon can bite you from 500 feet above you. It's a lot of fun.
However, you can also shoot that demon.
Actually, I'm not sure you can. I think you have to be able to see it on the screen.
Yeah, that is the...
Yeah, the enemies get to cheat a little bit more than you do in that respect. Yeah, they had to take a lot of shortcuts, because, I mean, this game came out when 486s were considered fast, so...
And to compensate for it, you cannot really look up and down, so you kind of remain in the illusion.
Again, in soft spots like Z-Doom, you can look up and down, it actually enables it.
Yeah.
So that's why he's using Chocolate Doom.
This one has an option for it.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, there's a
Someone
pe-
else peeking through there to get it working.
Come this way.
Well, Kubelwagon's a purist. He's not going to do that.
No.
Nope.
So yeah, sometimes it's just better not to shoot the monsters and just wait for them to get out of the way and proceed. Saves ammo.
Actually, the reason I didn't shoot there was because it would have woken up the cacodemons on the
Oh yeah,
bottom
that
level,
too.
and it would have followed me up the stairs.
Yeah, sound will travel throughout an entire level if there's nothing blocking it. But,
Basically, shooting enemies can activate other enemies. Honestly.
yeah.
It was surprisingly advanced for its time. And the game, enemies can get angry at each other and start shooting each other.
Yeah,
That's
they
one.
This map here is very much a town hall style map, just a giant maze of doors, and it's really, really big, and hard to deal with when you're playing normally, but the proper route through it is actually quite short, as you see.
Oh.
Also is the easiest secret level to find.
So this level has a really interesting glitch on it, and it's going to be skipping like nearly all the level.
So I can get it fast this time.
Yeah. This glitch one was discovered like only a few months ago, like half a year or a year ago.
Oh wow.
So who's discovering these glitches for Doom? Because I thought the Doom community, like Compete and such, was just mostly defunct now.
I don't know.
What?
What?
So
We
he
just
basically
turned on-
just no-clicked into the void. And now he's looking for the magic angle to get the button.
Basically,
He needs some references for this.
Do it.
Too far over. Still can't really hear it, but oh.
This is still saving time most likely because this was one of the longest maps to speedrun before.
Definitely on Ultra Violent as well.
This is a really tiny window here.
Basically, it's frame perfect, like pixel perfect as well.
Hey, only from a
Can't get it.
certain,
Yeah.
certain angle.
What the heck? This is the longest it's ever taken, actually.
There we go.
Basically, the way the engine like draws like the graphics on the screen, it draws vertical like pixel lines. So what he needed to do there was get the right pixel line at the right angle. Oh, perfect.
That was a hard jump.
Okay, so final level of the second episode.
Yep. Oh, and someone donated for me to fist bump the Cyber Demon?
Yes.
There we go.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Rocket
one of the
Sphere is
first
real
Lost
scary
Souls.
with all the Lost Souls going on.
On the previous level, you also saw the second way to jump, which is a rocket jump. That was also carried to Quake, but in here you can only kind of like get insane speed to reach ledges.
Cybro Demon.
It's really hard to rocket jump on this actually. That's a very advanced technique.
Yeah, it is really hard.
One of the interesting things with the Cyber Demon is that he does not take splash damage from the rockets, so they do far less damage against him than they normally do. So like any plasma-based weapon is much stronger against him. Or the super shotgun, I think, if you have that.
Should be almost dead.
He's a cheater.
The next boss on episode 3 is going to be a lot easier because you'll have the BFG, so...
But that's what the game had at the end.
I wonder what...
Not until the third episode, which is what he just started, so.
What are you doing?
Oh, this map.
So by episodes, were those like
Alright, let's see if I get
DLC?
the look here.
The shareware version had only the first episode, and you had to pay for the second and third one. And then the fourth one was released like, I don't know, a year and a
96, I
half
think.
later or something like that. I think it came out after Doom 2.
Yes, episode 4 was Ultimate Doom, which I want to say was 96 or so.
It came out with the PS1 version. That was the one that blew up.
Yeah, there's slightly tweaks. They changed Resident Evil.
And the graphics.
But yeah, that's why you die on the last level of episode 1 to give you a climatic ending.
Well, it's literally just Pantera song converted to MIDI, so...
Now, a lot of people think this level was really confusing because it looks like a maze. It's really not.
And he's picking all the armor for a reason in here, because that's the only one that's on the route for a long, long, long time.
Yep, up until the
I
boss.
just find it funny how this level is basically just a big thing.
Yeah. A lot of the maps had pretty cool things. Yeah. If you watch the 2D map mode, you can actually see a lot of things.
I've always liked this map just because it somehow manages to cram in every single wall texture in the entire game.
It's also got the best music in my opinion. I love this track.
Do you know which song he was taken from?
Oh, was it Slayer?
Oh, it was Slayer?
This, I think, might be South of Heaven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, the first level of episode 3 is the Pantera song.
Mouth for War, I think.
It's behind the Crooked Cross, actually.
Oh,
You could get into a big debate.
So we have $20 from Ivan Peck. Good luck for all runners and put this to Die Hard.
Okay, so for those of you who've never played Doom before, when the screen's white like this, he's completely invincible. It's a invulnerability power for the last like 30 seconds, I think. And he just takes no damage. He can still be pushed around by things, but he takes no damage.
It's basically the same as IDDQD, as everybody
Maybe
knows.
the first time.
In fact,
Here's
Oh,
another
very nice,
glitch
yes.
where he grabs the yellow key through the wall.
Basically, his hitbox area actually goes through the wall.
Yeah.
I think that's the all weapons cheat.
yeah.
That's weapons and keys and ammo.
Okay.
This
Don't
map
even
is
ask me,
really
don't put
confusing when you
codes.
play it for the first time.
ID clip if you're playing Doom 2.
This one, it's a lot longer. It's like ID, SP, ISP, OPD.
Something like that.
PNPD or
Smith popped it.
yeah.
That shows you how we all are.
It is possible to get the blue key the same way as he got the yellow key, but it's hard to get consistent, so...
We have $25 from Shutter Tricks. Please put this $25 and my previous donations, if possible, towards the Franker Z Wind Waker file name. Yes, it is possible. Let's help obliterate cancer.
This kind of reminds me of a Doom 2 level.
Yeah, like the big open-ended kind of thing. I can see that.
You mentioned earlier that enemies can get angry at each other. Aren't there actually a couple of levels where you're supposed to use that facet of the AI kind of against it?
Doom 2, Tricks and
Doom
Traps.
2 has
Doom 2,
that.
okay.
Doom 2 also has a level where you see the two main
The
bosses.
Cyber Demon and the Spider Mastermind, you can make them fight each other.
Right.
So yeah, he's not activating the pinkies. He's not shooting them.
Yep.
Yep. BFG.
Yeah, he's got the BFG now.
Oh yes.
Doesn't just swinging your fist count as firing, which would wake everybody up? Again?
Yeah, oddly enough, just swinging your fist at empty air is loud enough to wake an enemy across the entire level. If there's a clear path.
That's the Doom guy.
And yet,
Revving up the chainsaw, just having it out, does not wake them up.
right,
But
only
putting it out will.
Yeah.
There's one powerful fist.
You can even
That's
call it a
a-
W fist.
Sequence
Yes,
right there.
you could.
So yeah, that's another
Nice.
jump.
Yep, so little jumps there. Usually you're supposed to hit some switches to raise some platforms for there, but you can strafe over pretty easily.
And this boss is just really easy.
Someone has actually
Wait,
done
that's
this
the
level
boss?
past
Yeah.
this.
He's dead now.
Okay.
So yeah, the BFG is pretty broken.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
Here we go. This is like a whole different game now.
Oh yeah.
One
you
of the
walking
hardest levels in the whole game.
Walls to go faster. Is that what you're doing?
Wall running?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in here.
So yeah, remember how we said shotgun guys were dangerous? There's a whole bunch of them right here at the start.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them at you at the start.
He's trying to keep nice.
You got it.
You got the red key.
I'm gonna save just so I don't have to do that again. I have to warn, episode 4 is really more of a fight for survival than it is a speedrun. Just because it's so difficult. I'll see if I can get through here.
So crowded corridors. No way
I
to
wish I
get
had more
around.
health, honestly.
I believe you can thank American McGee for this particular map, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a 9 Inch Nails Easter egg on that level.
Yes, I remember that.
This was a Tommy Tallarico soundtrack.
You are thinking of the very wrong
Yeah, this is Bobby Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Prince did music for Duke Nukem 3D, Commander Keen series.
Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff for PC games back in the day.
Wasn't he basically also used to be a lawyer, so he knew how much you could copy tunes? Yeah.
That's one of the big tricks right there. BFG grab through the wall. Like, this level for the longest time was thought to be near impossible to do from pistol start, but the BFG grab is what makes it really good.
Yes, Bobby Prince was a lawyer before he was a
That's a pretty
composer.
tough level,
So when
too.
John Romero handed him a bunch of metal tapes and said,
Tyson runs are great.
"Here, make music that sounds like this," he knew exactly how far he could push that instrument.
Yeah.
And did so.
What difficulty was that all?
It was on ultraviolence.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, ultraviolence.
How do you even do that?
A lot of patience. I think it was it took like 40 or 30 minutes.
Basically, back in the day, Doom 3 running had a lot of different categories. Like Tyson, for example, you can only use a fist. Pacifist category would be you can't shoot from. And these are really hard on higher difficulties.
Episode 4 also has a really weird difficulty curve in general. The first 2 maps are some of the hardest, then it gets easier after that, and then map 6 it gets harder.
Is map 6 the one with the pillar in the middle of the lava
Yes.
pit?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I have a lot of fun on that one.
Is that still the one you're worried most about? Alright.
That midi.
The map after this one is like almost pathetically short, if I remember right. is a blink and you'll miss it level.
Okay. We have $20 from Steven Chaput. Mapler, Swimmer, Swimmer 1, Swimmer 2. Love you, big sister. $50 from Marcel Blanco. Lost my grandmother to cancer when I was young. Keep up the great work, everyone. Also, die hard. We have $20 from Rasmus Jensen. Here you have $20. No, it's not much, but hope it will help. Give him to whatever the announcer wants. Well, that would be Contra 3. 2 players, 1 controller, low percent.
That's it. That's the level.
It just made it look like the exit was not actually, there was nothing on the floor.
That's a Dune 2 style exit.
Yeah.
They put some Dune 2 stuff in this episode.
Yeah, I think the exit background is the same as Doom 2.
Yes.
Okay, we have $25 from Jonathan Katzman. My last comment might have been too many characters, but regardless, you guys are still awesome. Put my donation towards Die Hard. We have $25 from Jared Alperin. Hey guys, I noticed the majority of the challenges have already been met, so here's an attempt to start one for something everyone wants to see. $25 to Cosmo and a Miles Super Monkey Ball 1 race. Let's make it happen. Yeah, sorry, but we are behind as it is, so that's not gonna happen.
Here we go.
Yeah, perhaps bonus stream. So, $20 from Tammy Teal. Thanks for playing for this great cause. Please put this towards whatever you want. Well, you all know what I want, so. Exactly.
So this is the level you were talking about, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty long.
Yeah, I'm still using my safe fruit here.
It's just got the mega health though, so hopefully that'll help a lot.
It's long and it's got a lot of narrow hallways.
And the big gimmick here is that teleporter in the center takes you different places depending on which side you enter from. So, a lot to this map. Also kind of unique in that you're required to kill a Cyber Demon at the end to open up the exits.
Big jump. Got it. Now that jump I did there actually skips a huge chunk of this level, but I'm gonna have to run back through it anyway to get the invulnerability. Otherwise I'd have to fight the Cyber Demon without it. Alright, just to be safe, I'm gonna save.
If I remember correctly, this took multiple attempts at some of the games.
Oh,
Yeah.
It took me, I died about 3 times on this one.
And then as soon as he started saving, he stopped dying.
Sounds about right. Where is he?
Okay, we have $1,000 from the Yeti. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the beef jerky. The beef jerky is a wondrous body, like a magnificent beast made of completely dried meat. If only I could be so grossly delicious. Can I please put $1,000 towards Drewbeat, please, for Dark Souls character name? Oh, and praise the jerky.
First time.
So again with the weird difficulty curve, this map gets much easier than the previous one. Though the last level was pretty good. Much more of a real level than the previous boss levels.
That's okay. I rarely make that jump. It's not a big deal if I miss it.
Ringo, last level, y'all.
Yeah. This one's a bit longer than the final levels of the other episodes, but not by a huge amount.
Just want to stock up on ourselves here. Okay. These guys are nice.
So the BFG is a really complex weapon in how it works, and it's something that's not widely understood. Like, the wider blast of it is determined by your view. Like, enemies that are in your view get hit by it generally. Whereas hitting an enemy directly with a blast does a lot more damage, and I believe that also does more damage the closer you are to them.
Yeah, this is why the Spider Mastermind dies in one shot to the BFG. It's so big.
Jump off this here.
And dudes love the splatter.
3154.
Very nice.
Good one.
Such a true ending.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this game has story.
That's about what you may think.
Blow some spider demon.